Welcome to Burning Bright, a weekly podcast presenting poetry and prose from Passenger. We've been seeing an increase in forest fires, flash flooding, major storms, days above 110 degrees, and on and on. Scientists refer to the cause as global warming, as climate change. On this edition, some observations about the phenomenon. Robert Lowes said, "Over the past 3 years, I've welcomed 2 beautiful grandsons into a world of vanishing beaches and worsening heat waves. Who's to blame? My smallest seemingly innocent actions, like using coal-generated electricity to charge my iPhone, contribute to climate change. If I multiply myself by 8 billion people, I have reason to rant." Here's Robert's one-sentence rant. It takes a village of billions to ruin Earth for the children, to make the cars and drive the cars, and drill for oil and ship oil, and refine oil and deliver gas to filling stations, to fuel the cars and raise the cows and slaughter cows and butcher cows and fry ground beef, for the mother in the McDonald's drive-thru, idling out exhaust and checking for texts from her parents on a smartphone plugged overnight into a kitchen outlet. A node of an electrical grid powered by coal someone plundered from a Kentucky hilltop stripped of trees that once removed their share of carbon dioxide from the sky. That blue scroll written over with clouds of acid rain and contrails from jumbo jets like the one bearing grandparents to visit a 2-year-old boy burbling in the back seat of the car in the McDonald's drive-thru headed to the airport for a joyous reunion on a day of record-setting heat and plans to get wet and wild on a vanishing beach. One-sentence rant, Robert Lowes. Whew! He said that despite his ranting, as the longtime coordinator of a high school poetry contest in St. Louis, he's, quote, doggedly invested in future lives. Constance Norgren said, "The forever significance of Emily Dickinson's life and words, and of the life of Trayvon Martin, led me to this poem. I started working on it 10 years ago. I cannot imagine a life without reading and writing. Newspapers, signs, banners, poems, everything. Living in New York City keeps on inspiring me. So many people and possibilities, so many so close, pushing back against apathy and helplessness, and toward keeping the earth and each other alive." Here's Constance Norgren's poem, Current Reading. Great chunks sliding from Earth's edges into the sea. Young men pulling on their hoodies. Emily dying in a book. Higginson visited only twice, wrote afterwards, "I did not think she would die." Trayvon's eyes alive in photographs only. Water sold away. Even the billion-year-old rocks helpless in the face of. So many lines up along Earth's curve waving, wishing it good luck, goodbye. Emily pinpointing her day-to-day, sewing it into little books, hardly able to bear it. Current Reading, Constance Norgren, from Passenger's 2022 Poetry Contest issue. That poem alluded to Higginson. Thomas Higginson co-edited Emily Dickinson's first 2 collections of poems, and the 2 of them had an ongoing relationship through their letters. We'll end with Margaret Lloyd's at least somewhat hopeful poem. She said she grew up in a Welsh immigrant community in Utica, New York. She said her poem, This Moment, is about the immigrant experience, but we could also hear it as being about the earth. I open my eyes and know I am what remains, the tree in the garden after a storm, covered with pearls, glistening in the sun in the dead of winter. Always the large ship is sailing toward this country, carrying me, my father, mother, brother, and I am what is left, the others all in the ground. Air full of spirit, scattered snow on the grass, the wood in the fire pit waiting to be burned, the leather of a boot shaped by my foot, this work of time on me. This Moment, Margaret Lloyd, also from Passager's 2022 Poetry Contest issue. Margaret said, "Until COVID struck, I've regularly gone back to Wales. In recent years, I've been writing poems connected in some way to the immigrant experience and to mortality." To subscribe to or learn more about Passager and its commitment to writers over 50, go to PassagerBooks.com. You can download Burning Bright from Spotify, Apple and Google Podcasts, and various other podcast apps. For Kendra, Mary, Christine, Roseanne, and the rest of the Passager staff, I'm John Shore.